Oops, I guess I got to push the button. Thank you. Hello. Welcome to another Saturday morning smart home, Amazon, Apple, tech, talk, whatever. The place where we talk about all different tech. I come in with no agenda. I do appreciate I forget who said it at one point. They did say, when do we start talking about tech? This just seems like a bunch of BS. So really, it should be changed to the BS and Tech Show. So welcome. If it's your first time here, please let me know what's going on in your smart world. And yeah, just bring any questions, comments, any of that to the chat. I get through all of them. So yeah, I'll definitely get through. So yeah. And to the regular folks, thank you for coming back. To the channel members, I want to give you guys a shout out. I do appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. We did have our member stream at 8:15 a.m. PST. So talked about some new stuff that's coming out. And yeah, so thank you to the channel members. And let's just dive into the chat now, because I do need to try to keep this around an hour. I say that every time. John, good morning from wet Texas. I heard you're supposed to get some very bad rain. Yeah, they're saying like 6 months worth of rain in the next 3 days, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'll take the rain over wildfires. It just is going to be jacked up for the people that are living in some of those zones that flood. There's going to be mudslides. It's going to be, yeah, it's not going to be good for a bunch of people. So I'm glad to see the state I'm in not in a drought and staying wet. So, but yeah, so stay dry. Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure the rest of the country is going to get beat up after us. So yeah, Devon, good morning. It's Black History Month, and you'll know what that means. Peppa Pig is having a party. That's right. It's been 20 years since Peppa Pig been on TV, over some years now. Oh man, that's funny. I had no idea. And yeah, it's Black History Month this month. We're in February now, and it's a leap year. 29 days. I was like writing out my dry erase thing. I'm like, wait, I said the third was this, and then had to go back. I'm like, oh, it's a leap year. So good morning, Nick. Hope you're doing well. John, good morning. Oh, it's warming up, John. You're at 31. Now it's like shorts weather at 36. So William, good morning. I saw your comment from New York City, watching the live chat through my Vision Pro. I thought, badass. Very cool. And congratulations on getting a Vision Pro. It's such a tempting device because I'm so curious about it, but it's a device that I don't see a great way to monetize because it's so niche. There's going to be so many people, so competitive in the YouTube space there, and very few people are going to own them. So congratulations on them. It looks like amazing technology. If you guys haven't checked it out, check out MKBHD on his Vision Pro video. This one right here. He did a great job. He showed the screen recording, kind of broke down. I'll drop a link to this. Broke down the, like the details of it, that how it does with pass through on low light and normal light. It really an impressive device. What has been the best feature of it so far, William? Yeah, what's the thing you love most about it after using it for what, 13, 24 hours, 20 hours, if that? Very cool, man. That's awesome. I wish I could justify getting one. And Bill Wilson, the official timekeeper of the Craig's Tech Talk channel. Without him, this would be a 4.5 hour stream. So thank you, Bill, for keeping me on track. And how nice. Get some questions ready, please. This Craig guy comes in so unprepared. David, thank you. Good morning to you, and good morning, Andrea. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, tomorrow's video is about ads, and Prime Video gets ads. So What are your feelings on streaming devices and ads? Let me know in tomorrow's video in the comments. Build with Finn. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And it's A. A. Hope you're doing well. And why are you in? Larry, happy Saturday to you and welcome. David, UK just had its warmest January on record. What is going on? It's like we're flip-flopping around. We got our wettest, you got your warmest. It's all messed up. Abdul, welcome in Uganda. Don't know where to start from. Very cool. Start anywhere you want. Start in the middle. The beginning seems to be the hardest. I have not ordered a Vision Pro, David. The reason why, I have my own hesitations about it because weight, how ready for use it is, cost is huge, and what's gonna like kind of serve me practically, because from a content standpoint I think it is gonna be a lot of it for very few people for a while, because even if you're really interested in it, it's $3,600 and you're gonna want AppleCare. You're in for a minimum of $4,000. Yeah, so I think once we get it, I'm going to say 6 months from now, it's going to be a lot more tempting as the apps roll out, as Apple fine tunes it. But yeah, it's just so hard to justify. Like I would rather buy, at this point in time, I'd rather buy a studio display, a second one. So I just had two monitors that all match, and a Herman Miller $2,000 chair, because I'm always in a chair and those are amazing and everybody seems to love them. But I would pick those two items at this point over a $4,000 spatial computer, although I want to. So it's not that I don't think it looks awesome, it's just I can't justify it yet. So if I could find a way, like when I was streaming all the time on Amazon, and if Amazon was going to carry them, oh, that thing would be pre-ordered. I'd help it get it paid off. But yeah, not yet. And the thing I think about is the Meta Quest. Meta Quest 2. The things that people are saying about the Apple Vision Pro. And if you're not familiar with it, let me just bring it up. Is that the strap that looks cool that's in all the promotional material? That strap doesn't do well. And it's not surprising, because like on the Meta Quest, the one that comes in the box is horrible. And this is way better, but it's just the nature of it puts the weight on your face. And it's just the nature of the VR headset. And the Meta Quest would get a little tiring. So the aluminum build and glass, I'm looking forward to the idea of a $1,500 model that's all plastic. So yeah, that's all plastic, and just to lighten it up. So there's a hesitation because the price point. But like today, I saw something for it. I'm like, I want one. Can I justify it? Oh, I saw someone had posted somewhere that they were able to walk in today and buy one from the Apple Store. So I started to look it up. I'm like, does my Apple Store have one? So that's, yeah, I'm very tempted. So build with Finn. I need some advice. In June, I can either buy an iPhone 15 upgrade from 11, or I could get my first computer, M2 MacBook Air. I'm studying graphics, so I'm really wanting a computer, but I love the 15. One, do not buy a 15 in June. You know, my daughter graduated from elementary school and she was getting her first phone. She's like, I want an iPhone 13. I want a 13. I want a 13. I'm like, no, I will not get you one. I got her an iPhone 14. So in September, it's going to be a new phone. So definitely don't buy in June. Definitely would not do that, because who knows what you get. Apple may go, well, titanium wasn't a good idea, let's go back to stainless steel. Whatever changes they make, you'll be able to still get a 15 for a little while after the 16s come out. Yeah, so I would wait on that. Personally, I would go with the MacBook Air. And the reason why I would go with the MacBook Air is it gives you a new category. iPhones, you're going to get excited for that 15 for about 7.5 minutes, and then you'll go, oh, it's an iPhone. It's the same as an iPhone. If you use the cameras and all that stuff, you might see the improvements there. You know, it's beautiful. But an iPhone 11, it's kind of like I would wait an extra year and have that computer, because this is going to be a parallel move. Getting your first laptop is going to be a quality of life improvement, a different thing going on there. So that'd be me. Skip the phone for now. John, how was your trip? And Kelly, same thing. Hello to both of you. And John, I said hello earlier. The trip was good. The thing with me is I have 0 rides on my to-do list. So most of the day is spent just kind of following my family around. I don't know. I'm at a point now, I think it was actually about 10 years ago, that I just swore off things that spin me around and jerk around. You know, somehow, I was on one of those little spinning strawberries at a fair, and I'm like, oh God, I'm woozy. So from that point on, I'm done being shaken around. So when it's roller coasters, they go do their thing, and I just find a shady spot and I sit for about an hour. So for me, it's a lot of waiting around, but I don't mind that. And then my youngest gets tired of being at the parks around 3, 5-ish. So we go back to the hotel. We barely talk to each other because we're both introverts who just want to be alone at that point. It's beautiful. And then my wife and oldest, they stay out to whatever park closes the latest. It's like Disney World's closing at 11. We're going there. Or Magic Kingdom, and then it's Epcot Center's closing at midnight. We're going there. So they're out of control, but it's nice we're able to break it up. Not now. David, sorry, John. My Show 5 got an update while you were on vacation. Got widgets on top now. Really? I need to check mine because I have not seen that one. That's cool. I'm glad to hear they're adding it. It should just software based. Check for software update. Oh, and what version of Echo Show is this? Is it the new one or one of the previous ones? And the reason I ask is the new one has Echo software on it, where the other ones have Fire software on it. So I'm wondering if the Echo Show 8 that has the Fire, software OS, I'm wondering if the 5 has that same OS, because I don't see widgets. I just have a little alarm, a notification in the corner. But yeah, I'm glad that they got it. David, there's no Find My feature on the Vision Pro, apparently. Don't leave it on the plane or hope the airline don't lose it. Yeah, leave it on a plane. Have you seen the case for this thing? Oh my God, it's ridiculous. You're like, when you go check the bag that it comes in, and it's so Apple. It looks so well made. Everything's held on with magnets, so if you need to swap out, if multiple people are using it, all that stuff's good. But they have this carrying case, a $200 carrying case. See, that dual loop band is the one that actually works. But let's see. But their carrying case for it's huge. It's ridiculous. It's like this wide and it's like this deep. You're gonna have problems at getting on a plane. They're like, you only get 2 carry-ons. You can't bring your rollerboard, your backpack, and your Vision Pro. So get ready to check bags, fans. It's interesting there. And Kurt and Moran, welcome. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. It's good seeing you guys all here regularly. And Curtis, good morning to you. Kelly, the trip was good. It was good. It's exhausting because we did 5 days with the park hopper pass. So It's like Wednesday. I took off Wednesday morning. I wasn't going to go to Animal Kingdom. It was so boring last time, so I stayed in the hotel and worked on some stuff. And William Craig, definitely the price is huge, and I've been saving on the side for this product since the first introduction of it last year. Very cool, man. And is it living up to expectations at this point? That and one thing I didn't realize in my factoring in is I didn't realize you can do screen recording. I was thinking it was going to be very hard to demo in videos, but if you watch that MKBHD one I put in the chat, he's doing screen recordings and it's very accurate in what he's saying. So that kind of changed things, and maybe I can make videos on this and get reimbursed. But yeah, very cool, man. Hope it is living up to the expectations. Oh, and I missed Craig. One of the things that I love the most is being able to multitask. For instance, I'm watching your live stream, and at the same time, I'm preparing a presentation for Monday. That is awesome. And if you don't know, you're able with the Vision Pro to have your laptop and have it connect, and then the screen on your laptop goes black and you're looking through and you're seeing windows that lock into place where you can actually move around and the window stays there. So you can have a Safari window open playing YouTube while working on another app. So it's looks very cool. Like, I love the idea that what I'm working on could be the size I want, but over here are notes, or wait, over, and being able to drag them and change. So that is awesome. I'm happy for you that you're able to get one. John, I heard the people that got the Apple device is not as clean as they're shown on TV, and looking to the sideways, it's not that good. Yeah, and that's one of those that, like, that's where I say watch MKBHD's video, because the pass through looks amazing, but then you get a certain degree of field certain degree of field of vision on it, where it blurs a little on the edges. So it doesn't sound like a device I'd want to just wear all day and talk to other humans through it. But to put it on and to knock out some work and stuff, and or watch some media, sounds cool. This is the strap that works best for it. Really, what I think they should have done is Amazon Meta Quest. Head strap. I'll just do 2 head strap. This is what I ended up buying for my Meta Quest, was the Meta version of this thing, of the little head clamp. And what it does is there's a little ratchet thing, and it will cup the back of your head. So it throws the weight onto the back. So it makes a huge difference. So Apple really should have gone with a design similar to that, because this is kind of, it's attempting to do the same thing, but it also, now you got a hairline, as opposed to throwing things in the back of your head. It could be very similar to this, but it just needs widened out a bit. And this is a low ratcheting design, so it all looks amazing. Blake says I have a Herman Miller chair, and chair can recommend Herman Miller chairs. The one I want is $1,800, and it sounds insane to get one, but it seems to be amazing. They seem to really, from an ergonomic standpoint, comfort standpoint, this is the chair I want, the Embody chair. Yeah, Blake, which one do you have? But yeah, this chair is supposedly amazing. There are a lot of adjustment in it. So, yep, that would be decking out the office. And they need to work on the battery life. Yeah, battery life, like on the Vision Pro, that's a weird decision actually to me. Is I know that the sleek design Apple's going for would be affected by going with, um, sorry, just going with this strap thing. But why not throw the battery on the back for weight, a little counterbalance to it? Why not incorporate it into here somehow? So, make custom little cells, but throw that weight as a little counterbalance on your head. So it is odd. If you don't know, there's an external battery that it is needed, and that external battery hooks up to the side, and it gets you about 2.5 hours out of it, is what they're saying. And Blake, I agree, 11 is not too old yet. Yeah, I might get yourself a new category with that laptop, and the M2 laptop's going to be awesome. Really, they're great machines. I used the M1 and ran my YouTube channel off of it. You're talking about doing graphics. I was doing 4K video, couple layers stacked, never had a problem. So that'll take care of you. What's going on with the new iPad Pro? Is it going up so much? New iPad Pro is Shane got a Vision. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. He ended up getting one. Very cool. Yeah. See, I'm on the fence. I don't know. I may end up breaking down and getting one. It took me a little bit before I got a set of AirPods Max. It's kind of seeing how it shakes out, how everyone's feeling about it. But new iPad Pros are supposed to be OLED. And OLED's where you're going to see that price jump up. The size of OLED, it's expensive. But the problem is OLED prices are going to come down, and the iPad Pros will cross a new threshold, and they'll live there. So instead of $9.99 for the 11-inch, you'll pay $12.99 because it's OLED. And then when OLED prices come down, it's not going to. So, but what's supposed to be coming out is a new iPad Air 13-inch. So you can have the iPad Pro 12.9 inch or a 12.9 inch iPad Air. So you get the same size, but without the Pro price. So I think that's how they're going to justify it, is throwing like, hey, at $9.99, so at $6.99 you get the Air, $8.99 you get the Air 13-inch, $11.99 you get the iPad Air Pro OLED, $14.99, $13.99 you get the 12.9 inch. So I have a feeling that's what we'll see end up happening price wise, and some version of that, because there is a 15-inch supposed to be, or a 13-inch supposed to be coming out. Laura, good morning. Happy post Groundhog Day. Happy post Groundhog Day to you, and welcome. Bill Wilson, it's hard to justify a piece of tech that equals a few house or car payments. That is, yeah, and that's where I struggle, is like, I really only want to buy tech that I think is going to add value to me. I'm really trying to scale back and just less stuff and really utilize the stuff I have. So it's like, oh, what would add value? Like, I would love to get a studio display, but I'm like, I have a nice 32-inch dual display. I don't need to. So I'm like, oh, Vision Pro would be great for this, but I'm like, I don't need to. And the thing is, it's, when it comes from a business standpoint, the reality of it is give you guys a little behind the scenes look. Smart home content. The YouTube can charge like $14 per 1,000 views, $10, $12 per 1,000 views. And then the content creator realistically is going to see about $5, $6 per 1,000 views. Now, when you go into Apple, there are so many Apple channels. There's no reason for Apple to advertise. So in reality, I do an Apple Watch video, you do a phone video, you do a Vision Pro video. That there is going to, you're going to get like $2, $3, CPM they call it. So you get about a half as much for the viewership. and you buy a device that costs double, triple what you would normally pay for video stuff. That's where, from a content creator standpoint, you gotta love it and want it for other stuff, because recuperating that money is a lot of work, even with sponsors, unless you're charging a lot. So it's still, you're gonna put effort in to try to get that money back, and content is gonna be a tough one to get that money back from. But that's a little behind the scenes. There's certain categories, like the financial people, they're making 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times the amount that smart home people are making. 10 times the amount that smartphone people are making. It's really, it's an interesting thing. So, but yeah, it's hard to justify something that could be that expensive. And also, man, I've been getting more in the investment side of things, that there's certain things that I see, I'm like, oh, that $3,000 easily is $1,500 of just passive money coming in without doing a thing with it. So I started looking at money that way, little chunks of money that I'm like, ooh, that ends up being, you're like, okay, that kicks it up to literally that. So yeah, David, just saw your video on shelving the show 15. Yes, I'm late to the party, but so disenchanted with all things smart home. Mine have all been on 24/7 night mode. Amazon really screwed up a good thing. Yeah, and David, that's man, I feel you on there. I got a clock here. I just left whatever screens are on it. And the reason why is it truly is a research thing. It is just to know the state of things. Right now, comedy, weather fails, Fire TV channels. What's next? Ooh, I get to see my time in the corner of an Echo Show 5. So yeah, I'm with you. It's one of those things that, yeah, they dropped the ball. And that's, yeah. I got a couple video ideas around that. And it's not bashing jobs. It's not that at all. It's just like, wow, certain things hit a wall with Amazon. Now they're focusing on AI. They're going to charge for that. So Lady A is just going to hang there being like, yep, that's as far as we take it. So hope you like where it's at. Oh yeah, we got some more ads for you. And then they're going to work on the AI so they could charge you for that. So in order to make your stuff useful again, you're going to need to pay for that. And then they'll make a fractured device ecosystem. So, like the Echo Show 15 should have been a true smart home controller, and should do what the Echo Hub is doing, because it was a family hub. But yeah, so I don't see Amazon having a Chat GPT. And the point where I see where Amazon gets a good Chat GPT, when they get to that point, Apple and Google are going to be at that point. And Apple's actually in third place, or Amazon's actually in third place for devices with Lady A on it. Google's first with however billions of devices have Google Assistant, followed by Siri. Then last is Lady A. So it's one of those that in reality, Google or Apple is going to win the AI game. And that AI game is going to influence the smart home game, I think. Because Amazon's going to go, they're all going, we're going to zig when they zag. When they're all making smartwatches, we're going to make a band with no watch face. It'll just be a tracker. You're like, zig, zag. So that would be, I don't trust them to get it right. Yeah, they're making cameras. Does it fly? You're like, oh yeah, you're making a smart assistant. Does it roll? So for $1,500. So yeah, that's where I don't trust Amazon right now to improve their stuff. This right here is laughable to me. Oh my God. You're like, no regular person is going to buy this, but if we turn it into Astro for business, so that kind of misdirection makes me think, it's not a sunny future. And, I was one of the biggest supporters, you guys early on the channel. I mean, I'm flowing with the technology. The only good thing is that in the Echo ecosystem is they charge everything was so heavily discounted that short of the Echo Studio, the Echo Show 10s, and Echo Show 15, most of it you could put on the table and go into a recycling bin, and it will cost you under $500. Now to replace them with HomePods and stuff, it's going to cost you a lot more. The only saving grace, that $24 Echo Dot goes into the donation pile. That $49, $59 Echo. Echo Show 8, don't throw them. You're donating them. So for all of that, trading it in is not the worst thing. So that's where I really encourage people to try out some HomePods. If you're an Apple user, just next time you see them on sale, just get one. Try it out. If you hate it, go take it back. If you get it from Costco, you have they're great about returns. So yeah, get it from Best Buy, they'll look at you like you stole it. But so at least here in LA. Gordon, I really like the hardware HEVC encoder in the MacBook Pro. Not much is said about that. Yeah, they have Apple's using these high efficiency video formats that are incredible. For recording video, if you use their high efficiency, the HEVC, whatever that stands for, to record video, it's some ridiculous. I was looking at it that once you put it in that high efficiency, or the HEVC, whatever they call it, high efficiency, it will take a photo down. Oh God, never mind. I just screw it. I'm not even going to talk about it. I can't even find what I'm looking for. So I had some stupid number that it cuts it in like half from an MP, an MPEG, or MOV, or whatever. I don't know. It significantly reduces it. And there's an encoder that's in the new MacBook Pro. And I don't know if it's in the M1s, but the processing's incredibly fast. David, EU have made iPhones have side loading, so you'll have apps from other app stores, but apparently Apple still has authority on which apps you could download. It's showing up on 17.4 beta, but not in the UK. Yeah, to me that stuff's garbage. Unless there's a safety concern to the public, eat it. Because that right there is apply that thinking to any other tech, car, any other. We don't like how you're doing it. You need to let us do it this way. LG, you need to let us sideload on your TV. Samsung, sideload. Hey, Tesla, you have to make it so other people's seats fit your car. It's an accessory. Shut up. I hate that crap. I hear that EU stuff. I'm like, it's just like, what a waste of energy and blowhard so that a handful of people can sideload stuff. But Apple's supposed to make their stuff less secure for those people. I don't want to be, I just had to stop myself from raising my right hand and a particular finger. I'm so sick of that garbage. I just feel like that's such a waste of energy, and for what? Just to boss Apple around. We don't like how you do it. You're too successful. Go after every car manufacturer. You have to Tesla, you have to let CarPlay on there. You have to let Android Assistant, a Google Assistant. You have to. You're like, that's just, I'm so disgusted by that kind of overreach. I'm disgusted because it's so targeted in one area. You're like, you don't do it anywhere else. But yeah, every car must be able to be side-loaded with any of the 3 smart assistants. Do that. I want CarPlay and I can't have it. I want it on my Tesla, so I need you to make them do it. like, I'd sound like an asshole. Sorry, guys. I would sound like a complete asshole if I applied that to every other area in my life. So I hate it with a passion. Buy an Android and shut up. That's my attitude. So if I offended anybody, buy an Android. Don't buy an iPhone. You bought an iPhone. Shut the So I'm so irritated with that. And you got someone regulating that. You're like, they need to be able to do what they want with their phone. Buy an Android. Shut up. So, there's my rant for today. I'm so disgusted by the EU doing that crap. I'm like, I should go get the pile of cords I have to throw in the trash that are worthless to me because of the EU. So, but yeah, UK no longer in the EU. Yeah, good. God, it's just so stupid. It's like I feel like some jerk off in my that controls the lights decided you can't go, and they changed the pattern of the lights just to turn on my little street. They completely changed it for years, and it's just some rando dude or team decided, well, we could slow them down. And it's not even a high-speed area. So, yeah, I hate the rules. The people who want to manage and micro, you have to do this. I'm like, what kind of human just wants to boss people around and just give them another rule? So, yeah, so that's my rant. I'm disgusted by the overreach. It's so disgusting. Like, yeah, but anyways. And I changed it to in because there are some tech YouTubers that are mean. I know it's not good enough reason, but you're the best, hands down. Oh, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. But yeah, it's I really hate overreach, and I hate a biased overreach because it all is pointing that we don't like how you're doing it. You're too successful. I mean, I live in California. The people who are on the government dime, the politicians, they got no problem handing out rules. You bought a house for $500,000. You did great building your business. It's now worth this amount of money. You should pay more money now. You need to pay a bigger tax because the value of your house went up. Because you did too well. So, yeah, I'm disgusted by all that overreach and being penalized because you did better than the other people. I mean, it's not, you didn't go over the bodies of other people, to get to the top. So, yeah, that's, sorry, guys. That's my little rant. I'm passionate about that kind of stuff, or just things in general. So, good or bad. That's why I lose about 10 subscribers every time I do one of these streams. I don't care, though. I appreciate you guys that want to be here. John, Elon's thinking of moving his main business to Texas. He should. You know what? Listening to the blowhards in this state who give him crap, take every damn dollar away. I mean, screw them. I'm at the point where I really am thinking that I'd like to leave California, but now I can't because my daughters are in their school. But yeah, and I also have a fear of getting into some place that is too extreme any one way. My neighborhood's very neutral, but I hate this state. The way it's run, it's garbage. So I can't blame them. I'm like, go Elon, take all those tax dollars and let all the ones, you're evil, you're bad. So, and I'm not Mr. Pro Elon Musk. I've just read these different articles of Nancy Pelosi. You're like, California representative talking about one of the biggest businesses in California. Here, Nancy, have this. And this applies, and I'm, it's not any political party affiliation stuff. It's just like, stop biting the hand that feeds you. I mean, because these taxes and these different corporations are feeding you. So I know you don't care, but so Larry, yeah. See, now I'm all crabby. So I'm not. I gotta get out of my rant zone though. So Larry, I don't have one, but one thing I don't like, you can only have one screen on your Mac at a time. If you're using something like Logic Pro and want to have several windows open, you can't do that. Yeah, that is a limitation I was hearing about, is that you are limited to one screen at this point. which, like, when I edit, I'm doing dual screen so that I could have a bigger workspace. So that, yeah, that is one of those things that I feel like it's gonna get flushed out. It's gonna get flushed out. I mean, there's just things that, or there's just it's the AirPods Max. In cold environments outside, if you wear them for a while, you may get condensation underneath it. And it happens because of the cold metal meeting the warm air that's generated between your ear and the inside of the headphones. Nothing's changed with it. It just is. So that's one of those. It could be a permanent thing or it could be a work in progress. William, yeah, Craig, when it comes to screen recording, if you look at Eric live chat that he did yesterday, he actually showed you how it was done, and it's great, especially for you content creators. Yeah, I'm just on the fence with it. I'm on the fence from a content creator standpoint. It's just, I don't think it makes any sense. I just, knowing what ad rates are, that I'm like, even with good sponsors, you throw a good sponsor on, there's still a lot of energy behind it to get it. But but from a personal level, it's like, come on, man. Like, if you get it for personal, make videos all day and try to get some money back. Now, John, my Quest can do video, and you can work on my computer too. Should be better on Vision. Yeah, I've heard of doing it. I had never tried that with the Quest. That's cool. Yeah, it should be way better. I mean, with the processing put in. Andrew, well, my Apple Watch Series 5 died, replaced with Series 9. Battery life on iPhone 13 is incredible. Good. 66% after 19 hours of standby. And then 1,000 by 800 by 250 millimeter console table purchase for soundbar. Oh, nice. So you got something that, yeah, I don't know, know the conversions offhand. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that's working for you. The nice thing though, even though your 5 died, at least you're getting the bigger real estate, the bigger screen of the 9, and there's enough. It saw a little processor update, and there's been enough little updates along the way that it should be, I would think, a good update for you. But yeah, the iPhone 14 I think just has the worst battery life out of any iPhone. John, you could pay for it monthly. Yeah, and I use the Apple monthly payments all the time. If I'm going to buy anything from Apple, I'm going to use that. Because one, I'm going to get 3% cash back for it. And two, it's 0%. Let them float it. It's not about cash flow. It's just cash is king. You know, the world falls apart. Come get your Vision Pro from me, man. You know, we get another crisis and I'm down to $200. I'm paying you, Apple. So, but just one of those, you keep money, cash, and let it work for you and take advantage of those things. Personally, because I'm paying the bill anyways. So yeah, I'm like, use those monthly payments. There's a tip I like to give, but I don't like to give it to too many people on how you could save some Apple stuff. I'll probably get in trouble for it. No, but just a little story though. If you didn't know, there was a problem with Apple's educational store. And their educational store is that you have there's trying to verify educational status was too difficult. Some schools have some systems and you can verify it, other schools didn't have them. So Apple couldn't do the student verification. So instead what they do is, under their educational program, you're allowed to buy like 2 computers a year, an iPad, a monitor, a laptop. You're allowed to buy like 7 different things at the educational rate. So just letting you guys know about that. I don't want to walk you through it, but that's open to anybody. So I have students. I bought my daughter's iPads. Go save 10% off buying it as an educational iPad. I bought my Mac Mini. Eventually, it was used for my own education. and you save 10% off of everything. So take a look at that. You can do a quick Google search, read up on it, and you can see that it's open to everybody, because there's no way to validate student status, and it's not fair to students who can't. You're like, my school sucks, so now I got to pay full price? No. So it's open to everybody, and I know my stuff all rolls downhill to my daughters, and so it makes it educational. So but yeah, something to look at. So just a little tip. It's possible to save, with my Mac Mini, I saved $100 on the price. I saved $100 on the RAM upgrade. I saved 10% off of AppleCare. That added up. And then I ultimately sold the Mac Mini, so I almost broke even because of that discount. Let's see. And William, Craig comes to screen recording. If you look at Eric live chat that he did yesterday, he actually showed you how. Oh yeah, sorry, I read that one. And don't worry about it. Vision Pro 2 will be out February 2025. See, and that is where. That's a tough one, David. That's really a tough one. And the reason I say that is, like, you can go with that thought process and you could end up waiting. You could end up waiting 3 years and you never end up changing, because it ends up like these. The AirPods Max. Where's the AirPods Max Lite? Where's a plastic version of this that's $250 instead of $500? So that's the tough part with Apple. Are they going to make a cheaper version, or are they going to cater to a certain price point? When you get into the Mac side of things, you get into their displays. They never made a Pro XDR Lite display that used the same technology or was somewhere between at $2,500 or $3,000. They went right back to an old LCD, going with the studio display. So it's like AirPods or AirPods Max, not lights. So I know eventually they may have to make one, but I can see it taking a long time before that happens, which then it evolves. Like the AirPods Max, one of the most amazing sounding headphones I've ever had. Problem is, they're heavy and they're not enjoyable to wear for long periods, I think. So that's really the tough one with Apple, is will we see an affordable one? And yeah, that's where I'm at. I really got lost. And Blake, thank you, man. 32 months as a channel member. God, I would not have been able to make it through all the tech stuff going on if Blake wasn't there editing, knocking out videos. So thank you, Blake. Now, let me figure. I scrolled down. Love it. Okay, let me get, where was I? Okay, I scrolled to the bottom. Devon, don't forget Super Bowl 58 will start in 8 days. Devon, I saw that, but I thought it was February. Oh yeah. God, let me watch my mouth. February 11th. I'm like, God, I thought that was further away. Oh, thank you for the heads up. I saw who was I rooting for on there? I think I have to go Chiefs, only because my wife's like watching the game because like Taylor Swift may pop up for 22 seconds. She's like, hey, to my daughters, you want to come watch some football? They're like, what? You can flip open the news tomorrow and see that. So yeah, it's kind of, I think I'll just support my wife on it. The thing with it, she wasn't a Patriots fan forever. She grew up in New England. And then Tom Brady left, and then she realized she was a Brady fan and would watch the Buccaneers. So she's just a Brady fan. He left. She doesn't watch football now. Let's see. But thank you, Devon, for the heads up. I didn't even realize it's next Sunday. Blake, those Apple Vision Pro repair prices are out of there. Better get AppleCare. Yeah, you have to. You got to get AppleCare. I was thankful I got AppleCare for my daughter's iPad. I went in there with her iPad Air. She went on a trip with my wife. She came back and she had a line across the front. I'm like, yeah, there was the impact or something somewhere. But I looked at the screen protector. I looked at the sides. I could not find any kind of impact. So I left the screen protector on, went into the Apple store. I'm like, we had the screen protector on. I can't find a crack on it. So I don't think it's damage from that. And the guys with this flashlight, he's like, there's no cracks at all. So he's like, we don't replace the screens on them, but I could get a new unit. You could pick it up over at another mall, or you could come back here and get it. We could have it shipped here. I'm like, have it shipped here. And I told my daughter, I'm like, this dude said yes. They're going to swap it out. It's not going to cost us money. We are going to get it done here. We're not going to go to another store and someone go, well, these things break. It's going to cost you $99. It was a free trade-in and everything was done. So I'm all about AppleCare. William, yeah, guys, if you really want to see that function on how to multitask, use your computer, laptop, or phone. Take a look at Shane Watley's Vision Pro video that he posted this morning. And Marquez's was very good too, MKBHD. Craig, one thing I definitely feel like Tony Stark at the moment. I love that. I love that comment. That's so cool. Blake, I have an old Herman Miller Arion. My work was getting rid of it, and I grabbed it back in 2020. Oh, that's a good deal. Ended up breaking it, can't adjust to height, but refused to not replace it without getting another Herman Miller. See? Herman Miller chairs. Everyone who sits in them raves about them. David, Nolan, anyone else think the whole smart home concept is dead? Too many never-ending problems with the big three. I still see smart line cameras and vacuums continuing to grow. I don't know if it's the AI side that's going to need to really change things. I am curious what's going to happen if Apple will release some kind of updated HomePod in February or in March, potentially. Rumors pointing to that, but I don't know. It's so hard to say with this stuff, and that's where it's like I'm kind of bored with it all. So I don't know. You know what? And that might be that's where I think it's time not to explore other tech, but that might be, we're looking at the Vision Pro. I might explore some of that stuff, and because it's not, I don't know. I think there's a lot of areas of the home that are interesting that haven't been talked about as much. That's where I like talking about some of the Apple TV stuff, the streaming stuff, So I think it's like to only focus, on, it's like smartphones. They've been boring for a long time now. So it's like, I don't know, we've kind of stagnated a little bit. And that's where like CES, I didn't really care, because I don't really want to see 50 different versions of the same thing. It's like, oh, you have a sensor, and I just feel like there's only so many winners. So only so many companies are going to win, and then the rest are going to get lost in the mix. So I like Akara's ecosystem. SwitchBot's been good for me, but a lot of other people have come out. I get offers all the time, but it's like, you're not bringing anything new, and I've never heard of you. So that's like, I blew off Govee for a while, and I don't like their approach, but I'd never heard of them. They needed to pay their dues before I was going to do it. Moran, I just unboxed get off my screen. MacBook Pro M1 16-inch 2021 beautiful laptop, power horse. I'm using the 2021 M1 Max, same thing. And I cannot justify upgrading it. It truly, it would feel so wasteful. I know there's full-on channels, they're buying, selling, and, the different laptops to review them for their channel. But for my channel, it's like, I cannot. In my brain, I'm like, getting an M3 MacBook Pro when I have this M1 Max just feels so wasteful. to me. So I appreciate it's a good machine. It's beautiful machine. So congratulations on that. Just do some back exercises. It's a little bit of a beast if you gotta carry it around. William, Craig, have you heard anything about the Amazon Home Hub? No, I've heard nothing about that. I did the request information. Yeah, I haven't. I don't have a contact with Amazon. And reach out a marketing department that they work with, but I haven't pursued anything with them. Yeah. So my thing is I I really, well, I don't mind with an Echo, but with a lot of stuff, I really have no interest in making videos to try out stuff. Like someone from Amazon, their marketing company, whatever, asked if I wanted to do the Pro 7 routers. And it's one of those that I don't care enough about it to want to give them that, to dedicate that time. Now other products, Apple reached out with the HomePods, and it's like, oh, cool, I get to check these things out earlier. Cool. Why not? This would be great. But so many of those things, it's like, yeah, now I'm on the hook. I owe you something, and I don't like that. So I'd rather, there's a lot of stuff like, that most stuff I just buy because I don't want, it's time and having to commitment problems. So yeah, I know nothing from the Amazon front. Yeah, heads up, storm coming. We're gonna get blasted. Yeah, Gordon, I love it. Your buddy Newsom could get Vision Pro to live in his own world. He's already there, man. He's already there. He's our hero. Did you ever know that you're my hero, Newsom? He's throwing out. He's casting. Can I catch a Craig and get him on a rant? Nope. Used it all up already, Gordon. Not so quick, my friend. No. So, John, question: how far where Aqara temperature sensors go from the hub? I need one for my well building about 75 feet away. I wouldn't trust it. 75 feet's a little tough. I haven't tried sensors in my wife's standalone office, but like I was trying to hook up a Philip Hue bulb and it's Zigbee. It wasn't connecting. It wasn't finding the hub in the house. Personally, I would look at going with an E1 hub from Aqara. E1 Aqara hub. If you want to give yourself the best shot. This is the E1 Aqara hub, and this is just plugs in with USB, connects with Wi-Fi, and then it could be the Zigbee hub in your, it could be your Zigbee hub out there instead. So that, temperature sensors, and your well building. So yeah, that's you can try it. I mean, there's part of me that's that just because of their prices, I would probably just buy one, knowing that I might be able to use it elsewhere, or you can always return it. But 20% off, $18, that might be worth getting one to try. I think you're going to have a tough time with that. Personally, it may make it, but it could also be a little sketchy too. You may fall off at times and not have a strong connection. Now, David, have you heard Universal Music has pulled all their music from TikTok? No. I didn't, but I can't blame them. It's like, what? Why? I mean, yeah, you get music out there, but are they getting money off of it? Are they making money? That's, hey, please use my stuff for free. Brian, hey, Greg, welcome back. Got to work today, but just stopping by and saying hello. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the welcome back. Yeah, 3 weeks since a stream. I think that's one of my longest times off. Yeah, he's already in his own world. Newsom totally is. We leave the politics out of here. Oh no, Gordon's good at that one. He's good at getting me, and I'm the one that opened that door, so I brought the Newsom on myself. But yeah, I definitely try to steer away from that. And big reason why though too is that I don't feel diehard any direction. I really I feel maybe it's being in the entertainment industry. But from high school on, I can remember working plays and stuff on the lighting department and being in the lighting booth. And there's the show, and the audience is just as much a part of the show. So being on the technical end, it's the audience is also part of that. So I kind of look at politics. Here's the show. That makes sense. That makes sense. What the hell is happening here? And I kind of just and open to hopefully the best person for the job. So that's where politically I don't. There's not enough of a hat to my. Yeah, I can't get that saying out right now. But anyways, but yeah, I know. I love it. And certain people love that. You cast the hook and you could catch yourself a ranting Craig. Let's see, John, my old Google desktop hub does more than Amazon does. That's the thing. The Google, the Nest Hub, the screen interface was so much better. Yeah, I just recently took mine down, put mine away that was in the bedroom. I used it mainly as a clock, and now I'm not using it as a clock, so yeah, I just ended up, putting it away. But such a better touch interface. David, in the UK at least, Amazon has got Apple Watches up to 15% off. That's a good deal. Yeah, I wonder. I thought they were having some sales here too. Let's see. Where is Series 9? Oh yeah, yeah. There's for the larger size. Oh, see, this is the one I bought. They're out of stock on that one. But for $329, 23% off. I'm going to throw this down here. Any of these affiliate links, if you were to click on this link and then decide to buy all your Christmas presents for next year, I would get a couple percentage points off of it. If you decide you just need anything, you buy after using any of these links, you end up getting a little bit comes back to me, 2%. 2% of purchases. I can't encourage you to use them because it's part of the terms agreement with Amazon. I just drop them and let them know you're there. So yeah, YouTubers, content creators are not supposed to say, hey, use these links to help support the channel. So not supposed to do it. Let's see, Liam, is Google Home Hubs finally dead? I think we're going to see them revitalized if they can get the AI stuff down. That's where once the AI stuff's down, you're just minimal cloud compute. I mean, there's all the processing side, but it's not going to require any more processing than Echoes already have. The question is, are you going to get a paywall? Like Amazon's talking about a paywall for it, for their AI. So I think the smart assistants the smart screen hubs, screens, assistants, all are gonna be there. They're just gonna have more ads, and it's gonna cost you money for the AI. Because just having them, they can't seem to make a bunch of money off of my wife asking for the temperature every morning or to set timers in the kitchen. I don't know how they couldn't monetize it. So, John, I think Apple's going to win the AI when they release the new version that they said, yeah, my only fear is that they end up being like Siri, though, in the sense that they kind of keep the privacy wall up so much that it hinders their stuff. So either they're going to put a bunch of money to pay to get news and information, or they're going to skim it like Chat GPT. There's a lot of question marks about how they're getting their stuff and whether artists, the creator of whatever content should get credit. All of that is weird stuff. So that's Chat GPT. Now, Google and Amazon, I could see following that same model. Now, if Apple doesn't, then you end up with another Siri. It could tell you the hell about all over your Apple ecosystem. You ask it anything, hey, what do you think about this, AI? Can you tell me about Google's latest products? Oh, you'll have to go consult your iPhone, So I'm reluctant. I hope they create a Chat GPT quality AI. I hope they do it better. I just fear they're going to make another Siri. It's going to be AI limited by Siri. So I just don't see them. I don't see them collecting data in the same way. They sell expensive products, and they take 30% off of their app store purchases. So, but yeah, it's a weird one. Oh, Blake, Amazon pulled out of and thank you, Blake. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate that, man. And Blake, yeah, iRobot got hosed. Oh my God. I think they got hosed so bad. I don't know why it fell apart, but Amazon is not buying iRobot. And the reason I say iRobot got hosed is once I heard Amazon was buying them, they were dead to me, and they were dead to a lot of people. It's like, I don't want that because Amazon now owns it, and they're just wrapping around too much. So now they're not doing that after the holidays even. So think about all the robot vacuums that people bought, and think about the people that know they don't want another Amazon product, and they went to another competitor. Oh my God. Yeah, the iRobot got hosed on that, unless they were the one to pull out. But if Amazon left them hanging, that's brutal. So David, for me, the last straw with Amazon was taking away Guard. That's the thing, they're putting stuff behind a paywall. Yeah, I have. Oh my God, I'm only 32 minutes in. I got way behind today. Oh my, wow, crap. So anyways, I bet half the people aren't going to be here when I get to their question. But yeah, they're putting too much stuff behind a paywall, and it's stupid. 32 minutes in. Wow, I am so far behind. John, the HomePod, they're saying it will have a screen, but it doesn't look like it will do much. Yeah, there's talk of, they're showing prototypes of screens on top. You're like, what the hell's that for? That's worthless. I got to look down on it. That's not word. Craig, have you gotten into the AI world yet? AI in the sense of the only AI stuff has been Chat GPT. And I'm trying to play around more with it to see how much it can grab information and about what kind of stuff. So only with that so far. But yeah, now I'm on the fence. Now I want a Vision Pro. So to see how that would work in. Now, Craig, have you saw or heard about app version of the Home Hub, a HomePod 2 with a screen? I was reading something about the other day. Apple version of their Home Hub. Yeah, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical on how they would approach it. I hope it's something as simple as a smart display, but if you go the Apple way, it could just as easily be something magnetic that you need to put your HomePod into or your iPad. Let's say it uses the 3 connectors on the back, just like a smart keyboard. And you have to put your $700, $600 iPad Air or your $1,000 iPad Pro. It's what Apple's doing with FaceTime. If you want to FaceTime your family with an Apple TV, you got to have an iPhone. So I hope it's a nice standalone and it's not a dock for something more expensive. Not now, Dave. David, sideloading, waiting for PlayStation, having to play Xbox and Nintendo. Exactly my point, which I won't go back down that path. If you're just joining us, I had a whole rant about the EU forcing Apple to sideload. John, did you watch have the oxygen sensor on it that they had to turn off? Yeah. I don't know if it's turned off in my Apple in the Ultra 1. And I haven't checked it, but yeah, I guess it's turned off in my Series 9. So, which is, hey, you gotta do it. So, I mean, it was the easiest way to sell it. Oh God, I've had 2 rants since. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. Bill, Tesla, the Apple of the car industry. They totally are. They totally are. It's amazing. The best-selling car in the world is the Model Y. So it's crazy. What was it? Yeah, I really like the audio book of Elon Musk, the one that Isaac Walterson wrote. There's just so much information in there. So much stuff in there. And Devon, Peppa Cinema Party coming to the theater near you in 3 days. Fandango movie times for Peppa Cinema Party will start on February 9th. See, I still need to get the A-list that people have mentioned in the streams to go watch some more movies. And Andrea, hey, apologize. Only my Dave can give you a reason to rant. Does he give you some reasons too, Andrea? Because I seem to give my wife some reasons. William, Craig, while you were on vacation, I saw your video about a car products now being sold at Best Buy. Went to it and picked up a car U100 locks. Very cool. They had reached out and I thought that was great. To me, one of the good things about letting people know that they're available there is even if you buy it at Amazon, it legitimizes them. It's another hurdle to get into retail. Wise made it into Home Depot. So that's just, it gives more street cred going through being able to get into Best Buy. The Tekaroo, hey Kal-El, I think the only thing that made sense from the EU is the USB-C talk. I'm all for a unified connector. It's great to have. It's just one of those, that's from a physical, I try to be understanding, but I still hate overreach. Liam, finally, tell my wife that I'm the best. She needs to know. Here we go. So thank you. Let's see. Oh, Gordon, I love it. Las Vegas is now considered a suburb of LA. No state income tax. It is crazy that it really is at this point. Yeah, no state income tax. God, that sounds nice. The only thing, the reassuring part about living here in Southern California is whatever I may overpay on, when you sell, you get that back and more if you got a house at the right time, which I never thought that this quickly I would be glad that I bought a house when I did. Like, I knew people that I'd work with that they had to stretch to get their house. They had to pay, it was $1,300 a month, and they live in LA. That house now would cost easily $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Well, I'm like, I will never be in that situation where I say I only pay this. But now, with how everything exploded, it's like, oh my God, I only pay this. After looking at this market, I'm like, thank God we got a house before everything went crazy. It's so insane. Lawrence, hey Lawrence, good to see you here, man. Actually, I can't tell you about it. There's an embargo, but we got another Matter product coming up for you. John, laugh at Elon, he likes Trump, but Trump hates electric cars. It is funny, but if you listen to the audiobook or read the book about him, you would understand why he does what he does. He's a drama queen. He's a drama queen. He's someone who got picked on, had a dad who just ripped him apart. That he's not content unless he's stirring up the crap. and you see it. And once you see that, you're like, okay, there he is stirring it again. There he is stirring it again. You're like, hey, dude's got issues. Hey, Craig, did you hear about the news about Apple now with version 17.4? We're going to be able to download third-party apps that are not in the Apple ecosystem. Yeah, that was my rant. I don't know how far behind I was before that one. So it is insane. I think, yeah, I hate that they're being forced to do that. But you know what? Not in the US. It's only where they're made to. So I really like the new Elgato. Hey, Gordon, the 4KX released 2 days ago for screen capture. Yeah, Elgato, man. The new one though is the capture card that goes inside, right? Yeah, the Elgato stuff is awesome. They make streaming gear. I'm actually using 3 Elgato cam links to get my cameras into my computer. They work great. I got an Elgato light here, this Stream Deck to change scenes, all Elgato. Really, they make some great stuff. Marlene, I'm so sorry. I bought an Amazon Echo Show 10 for daughter in another state last month. I just bought for her an AOTech SmartThings multi-purpose sensor, Zigbee sensor, temperature sensor. Are they compatible? Being Zigbee, you should be okay. Yeah, the Show 10 has a hub built in, a Zigbee hub, I believe. You just verify. But yeah, I think you have the Echo. The Echo Show 10 has a Zigbee hub built in. I want to make sure I'm not lying to you. The new Echo Show 8 also has a Zigbee hub. I just haven't looked this. A built-in Zigbee hub. Yeah, we're still Echo Show 10. It does have a Zigbee hub, so you should be able to pair the Zigbee temperature sensor right to it. And nice to meet you too. I appreciate you being here, and you got here right for rant time. So thank you. But yeah, you should be good with that. You just want to make sure that, like in the case of Kara sensors, they need their own hub. And it says requires a Kara hub, like on the box and in their description. So I've just verified. I don't think the AOTech stuff needs it, being Zigbee. Curtis, 40 degrees in Wisconsin. Man, that's crazy. Kal-El, I bought my MacBook Air through the education store. Check it out, folks. Jeff. Hey, welcome, man. AirPods Max Lite, Anchor Soundcore. Anchor Soundcore, man. They are killing it. It's like that spatial audio and all of that. That's the stuff that's missing. Yeah, if you want some affordable headphones, check out Anchor stuff. They make great stuff, highly reviewed. Here's a set of $25 earbuds with 9,500 reviews. So I could get behind Anchor. David, I saw a report that AppleCare is delayed until 2026, 27. Yeah, I don't see that happening in their car. And I don't. If they come out in a 2027, I'll wait for 2023 or 2030. No, I don't know. We'll see. I'm so glad I waited to get my car, especially after quality controls they had initially on Model 3s. And I happened to get mine 5 months after they changed the trim from chrome on the handles to flat black. So I was like, but yeah, with the car, like with Tesla, they'll just do minor upgrades, minor shifts. Like, oh, people are doing blackout kits on these Teslas for their chrome trim. Let's switch it over. People aren't liking chrome as much. So it's pretty cool. Lawrence, I'm sure the EU or someone will sue Apple to force them to make a less expensive model. I hope they do. It's not fair. It's not fair. Why can't I have an Apple headset? It's not fair. I have an M1 MacBook Air 2020. I love it. Nice, very cool, Curtis. Marley, and yeah, the M1 Airs are great. My wife's still using hers. I still need to reformat mine so that my daughter can use it now. Marlene, I heard on several YouTube videos Matter does not always work well. It doesn't. It can be sketchy at times. I would call it USB early on. With USB devices, you used to have software and drivers and all the stuff to get it to work until like the operating system's all caught up. And now you just plug it in and almost everything works without software. So hopefully in a few years we'll be there. John, NASCAR started tomorrow. They used the football field, putting asphalt on top of it, and then right after they're going to remove it and play a football game. It's insane how they do that stuff. It is crazy. They take, yeah, man. I've done concerts I've done different combinations where I've worked on concerts that were on the ice with the wood put over top of it and the concert loaded out so they could then the wood would come up so they could do hockey the next day. It's crazy that they can even do that. David, that happened to my iPad Pro, a pixel line straight down the middle. Apple Store just gave me a replacement without affecting my AppleCare. That is awesome. They're good about that stuff. If they look at it and you didn't obviously damage it, they'll take care of you. We have to remember that smart homes have been around for 50 years. Yeah, and all the different versions of it. And we have to be patient that smart assistants have only been around for 10 years. We've had Lady A. This is where it's at. Lawrence, my new Anker Qi 2 charger arrived, heavier than the Office MagSafe or Anker's prior MagSafe-ish charger. Yeah, you can actually get quick charging out of those now for the Apple products, which is cool. And I love Anker stuff. They make some great stuff. Chaz, hey Craig, got the Tapo Mag Cam 2 weeks ago and really digging it. Picked up a C120 for inside. Do you know if the Tapo smart buttons can turn on and off cameras? I do not know, but I would really hesitant to think so. Yeah, I really... I'm trying to picture on a car that, yeah, you know what? You might be able to actually within their software, if you're able to trigger an automation and being a smart button, I would think I would go in and see if you have automations within there then see what your options are. Like if you're able to do button to camera off, that's, you might be able to actually. TP Link is okay. Good. Casa is going to the Tapo ecosystem. Good. It was really silly. They had two ecosystems. Lawrence, if you have a Hue bridge, strengthen your Zigbee fabric with Sonoff S40 Zigbee smart plugs. Matter makes them Apple home ready too. Nice. That's a good one to know. So yeah, because that would definitely help out. In my wife's office. Thank you for that tip. Craig, how's your brother doing? Have not seen any new content from him in a very long time. Well, he ended up becoming a manager at his job, so he's making more money there, but more responsibility. And I think he just got too busy to really do stuff with his buddy Justin. So I think just time-wise, and I don't know. I just don't. He didn't fall for it like I did. He wasn't in love with the content-making process. No, I think him and Justin had a good time, but I don't know. He just never got in the videos as much. And Bill Wilson, thank you very much for the 1 hour reminder. That really ramped it up. Now I'm only 23 minutes behind. John, thank you. I'm a tech person with a lot of opinions, and I like to read and play with stuff. So hopefully that equals somewhat decent. In other areas, though, it's like I don't know crap. Curtis, I bought an M1 iPad Pro refurbished, 12.9 inch and a Magic Keyboard with a replacement battery and the side. Very cool, man, that is awesome that you got one. And getting the M1 is the way to go because it opens up so much more. I'm using mine. This has kind of become my laptop replacement, if I could get it. And my laptop has just basically become a desktop at this point because I'm not traveling for work anymore. So yeah, I've been enjoying mine. This is the M2 with the Magic Keyboard. Going on 2 years now with it, and see no reason to upgrade. So congratulations, that's an awesome purchase. One of the things I did that may help, I didn't like spending the money on it, but what I've done is turn on my screensaver. What I did is I put a skin from dbrand on it. That way I can pull it out of the Magic Keyboard, and it's got a little camera protector. Those work okay. It'll actually still wear if you put them down a lot, but this helps with just putting it onto surfaces and not worrying about it getting messed up as much. So that would be my recommendation. Unfortunately, they're like $30 for this stupid piece of plastic. Lawrence, if it starts to cost money, we can just use that assistant thing to make our own voice assistant again, like it's 2001. I know. I actually reference something going on in my video that I feel like I'm living back in 2007 again. David, what's the Lady A Plus coming soon? Where you have to start paying. Yep, that's the idea, is you're going to have Lady A Plus, and you'll pay a monthly subscription for it. Michael, hey Michael, do you know how humans looked alike 222 million years ago? Were they here then? I don't know. That has got to be the most unique question we've had in the stream in 5+ years. Prime, now you have to pay $2 more if you don't want ads. Yes. I'm going to be talking about that in tomorrow's video. And just ads and services overall. So we'll talk about that. So check that out. That'll be out tomorrow morning. Gordon, I got AI to work for trading Forex. Most people use lagging indicators for trading, but AI makes it a leading indicator. Nice. I've been doing some trading recently. Mainly just options, not contracts, or not shares. But yeah, that's interesting. I'm curious to see that work. I thought about you, Gordon, yesterday. There's a show that's on, I don't know what I'm watching it, I think on Discovery Plus, but it's like hustlers and gamblers. And there's a guy counting cards. He started in the 70s, him and a ring of guys, and they had their little shoe computer to tap out to help them count cards. It just made me think of you. I'm like, I got to see Gordon, learn how to count them. Andrew, Andrew, I have 2 Samsung soundbars connected to Wi-Fi. SmartThing says the signal to one is much stronger than the signal to the other. They're probably equal distance from the access points. Yeah. Now, I wonder what kind of materials are in there. Is one placed where there's a stud and power's running down that part? I mean, that's the thing all things are equal when in an open field, that all these variations in materials and stuff, that I'm wondering if that's playing a part in it. So, are you going to let Elon put a chip in your brain? Not in my brain. Sorry, just twisted sense of humor. No. See, and that's one of those things is I don't want this stuff to just wrap around me as much. I don't want to live in this stuff. I want to enjoy it. I want to walk away from it. I just don't see. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been on Twitter in a month. I just said, screw it. I just took a break from everything. It's been a month and a half since I've released a video. Tomorrow's going to be the first video in a month and a half. I see things like a chip in my head. I'm like, how the hell do I get away from that? So that is, but yeah, that is the only way. I can't see myself ever taking advantage of that. Ancient, how do I stop Lady A from using my name? I don't. Brief mode? That's the only thing I can think of, but I don't think you can. You can maybe ask to call you something else. So, Lawrence, yeah, I remember you guys talking about the A list, aiming for 100 like SpaceX for 2024. Wow, 54 movies. That is good. Love it. Like SpaceX. Argyle today and still looking for tomorrow's movie. It's great to be able to take in all the obscure films risk free. That is awesome. That really is cool. That's a great point. Because then you can try shows you may not have. That makes me want to check it out even more now. Hi Craig. Hope the Tesla's treating you good. So far, had my iPhone 15 Pro for about 2 months now, and it's great. So glad I didn't get the 14, considering the battery problems and life expectancy. Yeah, the car's great. I really want to try this new full self-driving, the beta. Or the new full self-driving. The reason why is it looks pretty interesting. There's a channel I've been watching that someone who has early access to it, a huge Tesla channel, and that lives in San Francisco, and you could watch like these time lapses of this thing driving, and it's kind of crazy. But yeah, congratulations on the iPhone 15 Pro. They're great devices. I say get the newest one you can, and ride it out. So yeah, you dodged a battery bullet there waiting. DeSantos, hey, hi Craig, I'm a fan from Brazil that loves your content. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate it. Brazil, I gotta check out Brazil at some point. Never been. One of the few countries. Haven't been. David, Elon having to pay back $56 billion to Tesla. Oh my God. Yeah, for me, I'm like, that's bull. That's a bunch of crap. And a lot of my perspective is shaped not from a like of Elon Musk. It's a respect for the balls on the guy. If you listen, I'm only about 5 hours into this like 18-hour audiobook. The guy bet his fortune 2 different times. I mean, like he put it all on the line. He sold his company to PayPal and had $100 million. He didn't ever have to work again. He tried to buy rockets from Russia, old rockets, and they jerked him around, and he ended up building his own rockets and put every penny he had into SpaceX. And luckily, the 4th rocket didn't blow up, and they got the contract with the government. Tesla, put it all on the line. So to me, I hear 56 billion, you got to give it back. I'm like, that dude had a like all or nothing deal. It's like, I'll take it. I either get huge or I get nothing. So I'm like, you do an all or nothing deal, and then some judge goes, nope, that's not cool. You're like, shut up, not your place. Watch a stream on both my TV and MacBook, and my God, both streams are in sync. That's a tech miracle. To have 2 streams in sync, it's a leap year. It only happens on leap years. Chantal, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And hello. David, Lawrence, and Craig, they do have a cheaper iPhone, the iPhone SE. What you mean, the iPhone 8? Yeah, that's the stuff that I don't like. Apple selling their old stuff, and yeah, the intro stuff that is outdated as can be. John, I have an M1 Air iPad, love it, but it eats the battery life. Yeah, I should check my daughter's. I bought my wife the iPad Air when it first came out. I got my daughter one for her birthday, and then a year later, I got my other daughter one. And yeah, it's a great device. There really is so little reason to get a Pro if you've never used an iPad Pro, you just get the Air. If you've used an iPad Pro, then you're used to the differences. But if you haven't, just get the Air. It's a great device, and it really is. There's so little difference now, and I love it. My daughter wanted a Magic Keyboard for hers. She didn't need to get a Pro. My daughter wanted a pencil. She didn't need to get a Pro. Instead, I waited for it to go on sale. And David, and Bill, thank you again. I'm only 14 minutes behind. I said it now. God, I can't shut up. Two rants are too many in a stream. David, if the EU push Apple too much, I could see them telling them where to go. Watch all the current Apple customers kick off with the EU. Cost customers and business millions, having to replace everything. Yeah, the only problem is, you want to know why that won't happen? They'd have to repatriate the money, and it'd cost them way too much. Apple holds too much money overseas. Like they had a ton of it in Ireland because of tax breaks, and then they ended up having to pay fees for that. So I think that's the biggest thing, is they don't want to bring that money back into the U.S. So they're going to get stuck. They'll stop releasing new devices, and then you'll have Apple tech centers, and Apple will have 87 billion in cash with a couple Apple stores in the EU, so they don't have to bring it back. But yeah, supposedly that's a big problem, is the taxes to bring the money back into the U.S. Javier, yeah, Carl Weathers, that is so sad. Oh, my Carl Weathers, I love him. He was awesome in the Mandalorian, Predator, Rocky. That's all I can think of. David, not coming soon. The Lady A paperweight also could be used as a doorstop. It's sad. It's sad. Grow. John, Home Assistant has AI now. It's a lot better because the people are making it. Yeah, and I'm really curious to see where it all shakes out. That's our next little revolution. Where's it gonna go? I'm curious. Where's the AI run gonna go? Is it our next 3D? Is our next smart assistant that and levels out? Is it going to feed so much bad information that they aren't worth using? Chip me when I can jack into World of Warcraft. That sounds, yeah, if you could jack into things like the Matrix, bring the chips on, folks. William Craig, I have in a car G2H Pro camera, and I'm trying to turn off the light where the camera is using the motion sensor. And every time that I set it up, it just keeps turning on and off. Yeah, are you able to? Yeah. The G2H Pro, because mine lives in sleep mode most of the time, unless we leave the house. That I wasn't using it for the motion sensor. But under the settings for it, function settings, camera settings, video, no, image, infrared, okay. Wow, status light. It keeps turning back on. When the camera's working, turn on the LED indicator. And that's the one you have off, the little, no, it's not gonna show. I mean, the one I'm seeing is just the status light up there, and I didn't know if that would come on. And is it popping on when it detects motion? Motion detection. Yeah, I don't have mine turned on for motion detection. Detection region, sensitivity. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything with that. Oh, it's got a 3-minute cooldown period before motion detection. I didn't know that. But yeah, I didn't know that it actually came on. That's crazy. So if anyone else knows, please let us know. Curtis, you're the best, Craig. Thank you. Please let my wife know. Honey, I'm the best. No, she's like, shut up. No. A-list side, I saw Fighter, an Indian movie along the lines of Top Gun, easily as good, if not better than Maverick. Very cool. Just have to smile when it cuts into the dance number in the middle of a dogfight. What the? That's awesome. Love it. I think my wife's leaving the store. She heard me. She's like, you're not the best. I'm out of here. The Amazon iRobot deal. The article I read was that Amazon got cold feet about the government anti-competitive investigation in the EU, so they dropped the deal, and 350 people at iRobot got laid off. Oh man, thanks for the update, but they had to have gotten hosed on that. There's no way. I mean, there's people that just get turned off at Amazon owning them. Not especially with other options. Lawrence, if I was Elon, I would buy the homes around the Judge and level the entire block and put up apartments or tiny homes. That's awesome. Yeah, That is, I love it. That like Adam Carolla had this thing where you have FU money and then you have F me money. It's like, I will hose myself to hose you. I will spend my money building apartments that will drive me crazy. So that's funny. Is your last questions button broken? I know, I should have turned it on if I actually watched the clock today. Yeah. Last call, folks. There we go. So I should have remembered. But we're getting to the end. I just liked him. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is our chance. This is our chance. You know, you got something you want to say, you could throw it out there about it. Different ideas come up. We have fun with it. And handful of people say, I'm out of here and unsubscribe. Johannes, today I glued some toy train wheels to an old phone and connected it to Home Assistant. Maybe iPhone 16 could have remote control wheels. I just don't know how or why my phone needs wheels. That is awesome. That is one of the most bizarre comments, and I love it. I just don't know why my phone needs wheels. That is awesome. I love that. Okay. I'm not going to be on for long, but we got to pin that message to the top. That's some good stuff to think about. Why would your phone need wheels? Devon, Kung Fu Panda 4 coming out March 8th in 31 days. Okay, comment of the day definitely has to go to Johannes. That's just one of those, what? I love it. Oh, so Kung Fu Panda. God, is that the only thing keeping Jack Black employed? John, AI is only as good as what the people put in. That's what's scary. Oh, supposedly ChatGPT had to find a way to fix AI laziness. That's now an issue. AI cutting corners. They're like, screw it. Just tell them this. So, oh my God, that's awesome. She will say the best of what? Yeah, it's really, yeah, I can see that. Ancient, did you hear about the great EV fail when temperatures in half of Canada dropped to below -50? Elon needs to think about insulating that battery. See, and you know what? They went down to -50. That's crazy. Because prior to that, it seemed like that there were so many countries that it was doing really well. Like there's somebody in like Sweden, Germany, Norway or something that's logged over like 100,000 or 900,000 kilometers or something. And I want to say it's somewhere cold, but -50, I don't know if I could blame Elon. I think I might blame Canadians for living in that. Like, you know, you don't need to live in that, right? So Lawrence, just as he caught up. I know, finally. Causing catastrophe. Has anyone ever told you that your voice sounds like actor Tom Wilson? No, I never heard that. For some people, for some reason, I keep hearing Elon Musk, which I don't see at all. My only response to that is if we look alike, he's the rich one, I'm the better looking one and funnier. But so don't know who Tom Wilson is. Now, another tangent. Tom Wilson. Tell me he's not someone who's... Oh, that guy. Yeah, I never heard that before. This guy. It's like I recognize the face. Couldn't say from where, though. That is... what is he in? Oh, he was Back to the Future. Okay. Biff from Back to the Future. That's what I've heard. Tom Wilson, I was confused. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, you sound like Biff from Back to the Future, or look like Biff. I'm like, oh, that, yay. I had a buddy who looked like Jean-Claude Van Damme at like the height of his career, and ladies loved him. Looked like Biff, the bully from Back to the Future. So, yeah, we're looking at coming to the U.S. for vacation 2023. Very cool. Have you guys figured out where you're trying to go yet? One of the reasons I recommend California is, and I love California, is the different ecosystems, the different, you go to Northern California and you're more like living in Portland and Oregon. You come to San Francisco, that's as close as you're going to get to like a New York or Chicago. Central California, you're getting more of that Midwest landscaping. But then you got Yosemite up there. You get down into, you go along the beach, the coastal areas, the cool beaches there, working your way down Southern California, go to the Mojave Desert. Literally, you got a desert that's 90 degrees at night, that's below sea level, and then you got San Francisco that's freezing in the middle of summer. So yeah, so very cool. Yeah, where are you heading? And yeah, what about flying ring camera? Yeah, we'll see that. It's right next to their smart Amazon smartwatch. Will EU require AI be open to third-party app stores and have USB-C? I hope so. It's only fair if every AI has to have USB-C. Oh God, I'm just picturing some of this stuff. Oh, yes, and thank you. He played Biff in Back to the Future. Yes, I have heard that. When I hear Elon and Biff, I'm like, oh, that sucks, man. Can I be cooler? Anyways, yeah, I haven't lost my hair though, like Elon. Look up young Elon Musk. Oh yeah, that's what I like to do. Before I really gotta stop talking. Young Elon Musk. I like to find a picture like this. We're twinsies, man. That's weird. We got the same hair. We got the same look, man. We're like total twins. Look, we look. Oh, I thought that was me. Anyways, let's see. Bill, I'm settled into work now. Get to go outside and replace mounting covers on a light for our sign. Somehow plowed snow up to it and broke the covers it's mounted on. Oh my God. That's a serious plowing, man. I can picture that snow flying, but damn. And stay warm. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's David. Yeah, West Coast, went to Disney California when I was a kid, but like to avoid Disney, Universal Studios. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's too much other good stuff to see. If you've already been to those places, that's where it's like if you could do a start in Northern California and kind of work your way down. I mean, I wouldn't go far north. Maybe go for some vineyards or something just north of San Francisco, but you go way up into those don't go too far. But San Francisco, and you work your way down. I mean, go Sequoias, hit Yosemite, Pismo Beach, Morro Beach. Those are all cool little towns there. We did a road trip after I got my car, a little Tesla road trip. You hit Yosemite as you're coming down. There's a lot of great stuff to see that isn't touristy. Because just walking around San Francisco, it's a sight to see, especially in its current condition. So yeah, Johannes, now I can turn on the wheels with Siri. It's pretty reliable, derail. Oh my God, love it. Yeah, you have great hair. Well, it's on my head. That's what I care about. That's the most, I'm like my father. I don't care what color it turns, just let it stay on my head. Because you know what? If I could keep this going and on my head, I'm going to be a hot old dude. Like go into any church and look around and see how many old guys with white hair and a lot of it on their head. And you know what? And now I stay somewhat thin. I'm going to be a catch. Like, oh yeah, that Craig's hot. In my retirement home, I'm going to be a catch. Oh my God. But it is a rarity in the 70 plus to see a nice full head of hair. So if I could do it, I'm gonna be a 70-year-old 10. Sorry, don't mean to offend anybody if I did. John, I think Ring is not going to be around much longer. They're not doing much no more. See though, but I think they're going to be one of the brands to make it. Only because they're so established in people's homes now with the doorbells and being in Costco. And yeah, I hope they make it. I hope Amazon sells them and they get to be their own independent thing again and everybody likes them again. So, Let's see, bald or 300 billion. I'll take the cash. You know what? Hey, you know what? Let's look at this. Pre 300 billion. And then once you get that kind of money, suddenly your hair looks great. Suddenly there is no more problems when you got that kind of money. Your hair gets all thick again. You know, you get younger. I mean, hell, look at Bezos. When you have money, you get jacked. It even makes your body look better. So Bezos, let's take a look at that. Oh God, that's not even. Oh, screw it. I give up. We gotta get out of here. So I don't understand why more famous people don't get hair plugs like Elon did. I don't either. You know what? I mean, it's like, hey, use it. You got the money, go for it. They'll all go for the teeth, but then somehow leave the hair. I'm like, I don't get it. Got a spare room. I got a spare garage. I live in a nice small house. No, it's ridiculous what houses cost. I live in a house built in '68. It's 1,800 square feet, 1,900 square feet. I mean, we love it. We're content. But yeah, it's not best for guests. We did redo our garage. So air mattress, you guys are good out there. We'll set you up. Most people are good with it. So Blake, if you go to San Diego, the zoo's a must-see. Yeah, that's a good point too. Hey, you know what? Go to San Diego, drop down to Tijuana. It's right across the border. I mean, just double check you won't have any issues. But yeah, get a rental car, go across the border. I mean, you literally, in that stretch, you could see a lot of different stuff up there. So I hope so too, Ring. Yeah, I hope they make it. They just need to get away from Amazon. Thumbs up before you leave. Yes, I appreciate it. This is one of the longest streams I've done in a while. It had 2 rants. If you're joining us late, you get a rant about the EU making Apple do third-party stuff. And then I forgot the other one. But anyways, money is the answer to all things, especially your hairline. Well, that didn't work. It's not real hair. You know what? Hey, here's another one. Here we go. Supposedly this ain't real either. You know, this guy hasn't been dealing with real hair in a long time, supposedly, some of the wigs. But if that is true, he's got some good ones. So is Apple AI going to bring back Steve Jobs? I met him once when we used Final Cut on the movie Cold Mountain. He was a great help. Oh, very cool, man. That's awesome. The guy had a vision. He implemented it, and you got to respect it, whether you like it or not. Texas, you can't go over the border anymore. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Texas is like, they're cracking. David, it's like Mark Zuckerberg. Looks like Data from Star Trek. He totally does. Oh my God. He is not a human. If you can, look up YouTube videos. Look up Mark Zuckerberg body language. And if you find videos of body language experts and you start to see, he's like, this is a very open gesture to people. It's a welcoming gesture. This is a very closed off gesture. And that's one of those, like the way he works, there's issues. There's probably some spectrum issues there going on. Ancient, having less than a dozen teeth saves time on brushing. That's good to know. I don't want to experience it. Gotta go. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Blake. 2 rants plus 1 exclusive rant. When you become a channel member. I'll bring them. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you being here. Have a great rest of your weekend. What is it? Hopefully, I can't read it. The stupid heart gets in the way. Oh, yeah. Hope the garage has air conditioning. Our garage, I am blown away on it. We didn't install air conditioning. We were going to, but because of space and whatever, it gets up to 110, 100 plus where we're at. The hottest the garage has got is like 85. It usually lives around 70 degrees. You know, right now I think 65, but yeah, it's not too bad. It's a comfortable place to hang out. I say the word garage, doesn't sound as cool. As good. Johannes, the end of Alice has a lot of AI now, but it still speaks Russian only. It loses the ability to order a taxi and pizza outside of Russia. Dang it! I was looking forward to that one. 38 degrees Fahrenheit, wind chill 33. Not the worst for electrical works outside. First of 3 projects today. Well, stay warm and stay safe. Stay away from any snow plowing. But yes, thank you guys all for being here. I'm going to run away. We've done a record stream, and I will catch you guys. New video coming out tomorrow. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Yeah, new video tomorrow. We'll be streaming next week. And it looks like just going to get back to a regular streaming schedule now and regular release schedule. So, yeah. Take care, guys. And don't forget to get the movie tickets for Peppa's Cinema Party. Don't forget. 8 days, I believe you said. So, and Super Bowl in 8 days. Now, I'm out. Bye.